Hi, this is Mike Hendrickson from Strata, New York in the Javits Center. I'm here with Justin Murray. Justin, how you doing?
Very well, thank you, Mike. Thanks for having us.
Sure. So this is pretty large this year here. How are the people? Are the conversations good?
Yes, the conversations are very interesting. Customers are adopting Hadoop, and they're adopting Hadoop on VMware, and we're pleased to support them in that respect. We think we give them more flexibility and more capability to expand and contract their clusters as they want to with virtualization.
So virtualized Hadoop.
Virtualized Hadoop. It may seem like a strange thing to say at the beginning. People worry about the performance of Hadoop and the performance on virtualization. We've pretty much shown that the performance on virtualized platform is about equal to the performance on native systems. And we have some data to back that up.
And can someone do load balancing then as well on that?
Yes, people can do load balancing within Hadoop itself, but also we will do some resource management for you at the hypervisor layer. So you have two visions of how you do Hadoop now. You can look at Hadoop at the virtual machine level and at the hardware level beneath it, and you can look at Hadoop at the queues inside Hadoop itself level. And the recent development we've got here is our big data extensions tool for provisioning Hadoop into virtual machines. Now talks to Cloudera and talks to Ambari to do the actual provisioning process. So now you have two management tools to look at it.
So tell me why I would want to do that. What's the scenario why I would do that?
Great question. We did it because customers asked for it, basically. Customers said, I'm using Cloudera Manager, I'm using Ambari, I'm using my management tool to manage my physical cluster. Why is it that I can't do that for virtual clusters as well, virtualized Hadoop clusters? So what we did in Big Data Extensions, which we are showing here, it's an extension to our vCenter product. What we did is made it capable of talking to Cloudera Manager to provision the cluster, to install the cluster onto virtual machines, even though Cloudera Manager doesn't know that there are virtual machines under the covers. So it installs onto them, it thinks they're hosts, and from that point onwards, you're managing in exactly the same way you would manage your physical cluster. And that gives you uniformity across your data center. Not only that, but we can expand the physical cluster to have virtual machines added to it at burst out mode.
And so that can be across different sites as well. It doesn't have to be in one location.
Some of our major customers at the moment are running across 5 data centers with different vCenters managing those, but one coordination tool, which we call Cloud Automation Center, managing the 2 data centers together. So yes, we can do virtualization in many places at once.
And do you think that's going to be a trend where more people are going to want to do that?
Absolutely. I think the trend is Hadoop as a service. So I'm a business unit. I need Hadoop to do some business activity, and then department number 2 is going to say, I need Hadoop for my activity. The benefit of virtualization is you don't have to assign hardware to those people exclusively to that group. Instead, you have a shared pool of hardware, and you provision Hadoop as a set of VMs, virtual machines, instead of physical machines. Now you're sharing your hardware, you're optimizing your hardware, and you're satisfying your customers quicker. You're giving them a Hadoop cluster within 20 minutes.
So what types of industries or companies are looking at this sort of technology? Where does it sit most useful for?
Yeah, we see companies across the board. We see financial companies, insurance companies, retail companies, manufacturing companies. Pretty much everybody is interested in making better use of their data. And so we're running proofs of concept and even production with many companies already on virtualized Hadoop. It's not as if it's bleeding edge anymore. This is going to become commonplace pretty soon. If you look at the big cloud vendors, all of their stuff is already virtualized. They've proven it for us.
Okay, so let's fast forward to next year at this time.
Yeah.
What's our conversation going to be next year?
I think Hadoop as a service is going to be more popular. Companies have already done it who are on the leading edge. So more and more customers are going to say, yes, Hadoop as a service. Now I want Spark as a service, or I want machine learning as a service. I want to be able to provision those types of event processing and in-memory databases as a service, as well as basic MapReduce Hadoop.
So you guys are going to have a HAS, Hadoop as a service.
Hadoop as a service. Okay. Hadoop as a service, yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Justin, we look forward to that conversation next year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
for your time.